What's up, everybody? Thanks for clicking this video. Thanks for tuning into my channel. My name is Simon Hill, Black American from Louisiana, coming to you live from Budapest, Hungary. Today is July 21st, 2024, about 18 p.m. where I'm at right now, and I have just confirmed my hatred for liberals. I hate liberals. I hate liberals. I hate liberals. Just as much as I hate conservatives, just as much as I hate MAGA conservatives, I hate liberal Democrats so much for not showing any sort of spine, for not showing any sort of gumption, for not showing any sort of fortitude in the face of adversity. When facing a candidate who is more certain to lose than any other candidate in history, facing a convicted felon, facing a man who stole top secret documents from the White House, facing a man who is a convicted rapist, I am very surprised that the Democrats would throw in the towel like this. Once again, guys, I am not a Democrat. I'm not registered as a Democrat as far as I know or as far as I remember. I have voted for Democrats in the past, but I am a member of the Communist Party of the United States of America. I identify as a socialist, identify as a far leftist, and I just don't want to see America go down the path towards fascism, right? Guys, Ozzy and Avery are in the chat right now. So Ozzy says, my condolences, Simon. Avery says, LMAO, we lit. Avery says, today is a good day. So let's really break it down. Avery says, salute to the mother effing chat. Listen. I did not plan on going live today. I planned on shaving, chilling, putting my big booty wife, smacking her up and down. What I wanted to do instead, briefly is cover the news about what's happening. A lot is pouring out right now. I'm just going to be reading what it's saying right here. All right, reading what it's saying right here from Joseph Biden's Twitter. And this is not hard to find. Alfonso says, I'm not voting for any of them. I'm independent, about a third party to run. You know what we say, endorse Cornel West. We endorse Cornel West on this channel. Anyway, July 21st, 2024, from Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. He says, my fellow Americans, over the past 3.5 years, we have made great progress as a nation. Today, America has the strongest economy in the world. We've made historic investments in rebuilding our nation, in lowering prescription drug costs for seniors, and in expanding affordable health care to a record number of Americans. We've provided critically needed care to 1 million veterans exposed to toxic substances, passed the first gun safety law in 30 years, appointed the first African-American woman to the Supreme Court, and passed the most significant climate legislation in the history of the world. America has never been better positioned to lead than we are today. I know none of this could have been done without you, the American people. Together, we overcame a once-in-a-century pandemic and the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. We've protected and preserved our democracy, and we've revitalized and strengthened our alliances around the world. It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president, and while it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and to focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term. I will speak to the nation later this week in more detail about my decision. For now, let me express my deepest gratitude to all those who have worked so hard to see me reelected. I want to thank President Kamala Harris for being an extraordinary partner in all this work, and let me express my heartfelt appreciation to the American people for the faith and trust you have placed in me. I believe today what I always have, that there is nothing America can't do when we do it together. We just have to remember we are the United States of America. Signed, Joseph Biden. Signed, Joe Biden. All right. All right. So Ozzy says, I wonder who Kamala picks as VP. I do not think it's certain that Kamala will go to the top of the ticket, because I believe the Democrats made this decision based on polling. All the polling data shows either Trump and Biden neck and neck or Trump slightly ahead. Now, I think some of that might have to do with his assassination attempt or just the media coverage of the Republican National Convention or just who they are doing the polling, the selective polling that could sway either way. I think when they do the same type of polling, Kamala Harris, because she is tied to the Biden administration, is going to poll just as negatively with Biden, maybe even worse with the general public. Now, I do not think polls polls shouldn't matter as much. I think good governance matters, and most Americans are not tuned enough to actually have their opinions taken seriously on a poll. But I think the Democrats made this decision based on polling, and if that is the case, then Kamala is not the presumptive next nominee. Plus, I also think that they are doing this because of the war in Gaza. Now, this might seem a stretch, but hear me out. When the Michigan primary happened, there were about 10,000 Democratic registered voters who voted non-committed to placing their votes with Biden or any other campaign person because of the war in Gaza. And Michigan has some of the largest amounts of Arab Americans in the nation. I think that the war in Gaza will haunt Biden when it comes to the far left liberals amongst the Democratic voting base who would not support Biden under any circumstance, right? Or it would have been very hard for them to even get out there to vote because, unconscious, if you're a Palestinian or an Arab American, how can you say, I'm going to vote for the guy who gave the bombs for the Israelis to drop on my family back home? You get what I'm saying? I think the war in Gaza will haunt Kamala Harris if she's on the ticket because she has actively been a part of it as well. She's been excusing the Zionist genocidal regime in Israel. And so I think what the Democrat strategy is, Biden really has been tainted by our party. But maybe we can trick and fool people amongst the Democratic voting base that we're going to put up somebody who has been away from the regime, been away from those levers of power being pulled, and they're not going to have that sort of stain on their jacket. You get what I'm saying? So Nelson Moreno says, I'm no SJW, but Kamala has bad odds. She's faced racism and sexism. I agree with you as well. I think by and large, America got by with Obama because Obama was, clever, handsome, charming, wicked smart. And Kamala, while she is wicked smart, she does not have that charisma, that aura, that sort of factor about her that makes people say, you know what, I believe in her. You get what I'm saying? She comes across as very girl boss. And I'm not trying to go full sexist on Kamala or anything like that because this can of gum is what I would vote for before Donald Trump. I would endorse this gum, which, by the way, is very good here that you can buy in Hungary, before I would tell anybody to vote for Donald Trump. And while Kamala might be a great president if she were so, to slip all in a banana peel and ended up in the Oval Office, right? I think she's a horrible campaigner and she just does not exude charisma the same way or the way that most Americans would resonate with her. You get what I'm saying? So it hurts me to say this, I honestly don't think Kamala would be the best bet for Democrats to go with for picking their nominee. Now, there are a few people. Some people are saying Raphael Warnock. Raphael Warnock, he's the senator out of Georgia who is a pastor and preacher who preaches at the same church that Martin Luther King preached from. I honestly think Raphael Warnock might come across better to most Americans than Kamala Harris. Honestly, if I were the Democrats, I'd be having those meetings with Warnock saying, can you do it? Can you step up and do it? You get what I'm saying? There are a few others who are on the agenda. Some are saying Gavin Newsom. You get what I'm saying? Some people are saying Shapiro out of Pennsylvania. You get what I'm saying? But I think the Democrats at this point, because they're going all Hail Mary, because they just tossed Biden out the window, you might as well just go for it. Put up a gay black man. Put up a gay black trans man and see how that works. Because y'all are just shooting yourselves in the foot. Biden had this locked down. I don't know if anybody else on my channel watches Alan Lichtman, but y'all need to check out Alan Lichtman. All right, we're getting MAGA out of here. We're getting all the MAGA idiots out of here. Invest is going to the netherworld. Invest is going to the netherworld. All right, Misi Studio Production says, how are you? I'm doing fine. I'm doing well. I'm just chilling, putting it up with the people. Acti says, why do Americans don't want a female president? They hated Hillary too. I think it goes deep with Americans. I'm not trying to excuse the sexism that's in America acting. I do think there's rampant sexism in America acting. But in my opinion, I feel like the way that you're able to speak to Americans has to do a lot with charisma and touching those certain points and being inspirational in a certain type of way that I think has been hard for the female candidates we have seen. I'm not saying it's impossible for a woman to be the type of inspirational figure like Obama was, or Clinton was, or hell, George Bush was. George Bush was the first guy that they were talking about, hey, that's the type of guy you want to have a beer with. I think hypothetically there could be that woman that is an inspirational, once in a generation type figure that's a want to have a beer with, which is what Americans base their likability on, I guess. But we just haven't seen that yet from a female candidate. Okay? No, Acti, I wasn't just saying your name like you're a sensitive feminist. I was just trying to answer the question. Why are people so sensitive? I'm answering the questions in the chat. People get mad at when I don't read the chat. And now when I do read the chat, they're mad at me. Avery says, we will never have a woman president ever. I mean, what did Pac say? Even though it seems heaven, we ain't ready to have a black president, right? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, it is possible. So let's take a look at some other potential Democrats, top Democrats in U.S., right? All right. Let's see who else could be in line. Who else could be in line? I'm trying to see who else could be in line, but who else do y'all think? All right, so Alberto Rocha says, say hello to Brazil, please. You are handsome. How do you say hello? I think it's bom dia. Bom dia, Brazil. Tudo bem. Shout out to Brazil. So Avery said American both sides don't want it. I don't think it's Americans on both sides. I really it's the crazy conservative right-wing radicals in America who permanently are white people, because the majority of white people have been voting for the Republican Party for a long time, right? So, yeah, that's what I think it is, okay? Let's see. So here are the top most popular Democrats in the United States right now. Jimmy Carter can't run, of course. Barack Obama, Bernie Sanders, Bill Clinton, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden. Okay, we have AOC. Should AOC run? I'm going to close the poll for Kamala. Y'all said no. All right, let's look at the poll for Kamala. Should Kamala be the nominee? 66% said no. All right, let's go. Should AOC be the nominee? I'm not gonna lie, comrades. I want to say comrades. Should AOC be the nominee? Y'all better vote yes on AOC. AOC, we love AOC on this side. You feel me? Anderson said women are too emotional and sensitive to run history's greatest superpower. All right, I don't get, once again, I'm very disappointed. I'm very disappointed that my channel is full of sexist, racist, MAGA supporters, right-wing, reactionary nuts. I don't get where y'all are coming from. But listen, man. A lot of us come from households where our mamas were strong, independent women. I grew up in a house with my mother and my father, but I have a lot of respect for my mother because of how she held it down. She was a strong black woman, an intelligent woman, an incredible black woman. And I think it's crazy to say that black women, or women in general, who have been a part of American society since the beginning, are not equipped enough just because of what they're born with to not lead our nation. If women are capable of being in the Senate, women are capable of being judges, women are capable of raising us as men, I don't get how then you could say, yeah, but a woman can't have the codes, the nuclear codes. You get what I'm saying? She can't have the nuclear football. I think that's crazy. I think that's absolutely crazy. And really wrong for y'all to say. Really wrong for y'all to say. Let's take a look. While we're talking about AOC, right? While y'all are voting on if AOC should be the nominee, let's take a look at some live updates. Live updates from the New York Times. Updates. Biden drops out of presidential race, endorses Harris. Okay. He endorsed Kamala Harris. Okay. Biden is trying to say, listen, y'all want to kick me out? Y'all got to let my dog have it. Nelson Moreno says AOC is really cute. AOC gonna get me in trouble on this live stream. But I'm just, you know what I'm saying, Nelson. You know what I'm saying. AOC, comrades, AOC, we got love for AOC on this side. For real, for real. And that's who I would like to see president one day. For real, for real. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Anyway, so let's go down here. Let's continue reading. So update. Here's the update. So President Biden, 81, abandoned his bid for re-election and threw the 2024 presidential contest into chaos on Sunday, caving to relentless pressure from his closest to drop out of the race amid deep concerns that he is too old and frail to defeat former President Donald J. Trump. After calling Vice President Kamala Harris an extraordinary partner, he endorsed her to take his place atop the ticket. So that's awesome. That's awesome. So Democratic donors who had pushed for Biden to stand down praised his decision. Gideon Stein, who had become a leading figure in the donor community pushing for a new nominee, called Biden a true American hero and predicted that the decision would pave the way for a Democratic victory in the presidential race. Daniela Balu Aras, the chief executive of a group called Leadership Now Project that had spearheaded calls from business executives for Biden to drop his campaign, compared his decision to that of George Washington, calling it a historic precedent for selfless leadership. I say this. I started this live stream saying I hate liberals. I hate the Democratic Party for being so beholden, so held by the nuts, by capitalist corporatists who basically say, we give y'all the most money. We tell the American people who y'all put up to be the nominee. In a two-party system where most Americans do not have a choice on who they want to vote for. A lot of people say we should have third parties running in America. A lot of third parties don't even have the money to get on the ballots in all 50 states. What we live in America is a system ran by rich capitalists who dictate who the American people can pick. And it's truly a shame, truly an embarrassment. It's truly a catastrophe, actually, to see the Democratic Party say, you know who's more important than the 14 million people who voted in the Democratic primary? It's the donors. The billionaires who give millions of dollars to have outsized influence in our party, they're the ones who are going to tell us. The Democratic Party that's meant to stand for the working class people, the minorities, the dispossessed, the people that don't have nothing in America. All right? Those are the people that get to decide who the American people get to vote for on the only party that's at least saying in words that they want to stand against fascism, stand against the overturning of democracy. This isn't any regular election year where we're facing some corpus capitalist Republican from the right. And it's almost, two sides of the same coin of who we're going to vote for. We're talking about Trump and Project 2025, those guys saying that they want to basically shred the American democracy, get rid of all the government workers who are part of the deep state, move government agencies down south to rednecks in Mississippi, Kentucky, and Tennessee, stop teaching kids in America that slavery actually happened, make women have to give birth to stillborn babies, 12-year-olds that get pregnant by their fathers still have to have them babies. Let's kill the Mexicans and El Salvadorans and Guatemalans that are trying to cross the border after we stabilize their countries with our evil, wicked foreign policy and our penchant to consume as much cocaine as can go into our nostrils in America. And on the other hand, we have the Democrats who say, Lockheed Martin, all major corporations, all the billionaires. What do y'all want us to do, Daddy? Daddy, tell us what to do, Daddy. Daddy, should we get rid of Biden, Daddy? Okay, Daddy, if you say so. As long as you give us billions of more dollars, Daddy, we'll get rid of the only nominee who was proven to beat Trump. Come on now. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Craig Mack says he's out. Listen, man, once again, I don't know what I did wrong to get so many right-wing, radical, reactionary people on my channel. I will promise to do better. I promise from now on to only read writings from Karl Marx, Che Guevara, and Fidel Castro on this channel. All right? Avery says, Trump 2024. Acti says, AOC is hot. She'll give her that. Okay. So Ozzy said, wish we were more like Europe and had lots of parties. Hey, I wish that was the case too in America. I wish we had coalition parties. I wish the Green Party in America actually had a say, actually had a footing. You get what I'm saying? Avery, smaller Hillary ticket, that's an L? Okay. Okay. I could, definitely Hillary should not run. Hillary, stay out of this. Hillary, stay out. We're going to close the poll for AOC. Going to close the poll for AOC and let's switch out. Let's go to Elizabeth Warren. Let's say Elizabeth Warren. Should Elizabeth Warren jump in this thing? How about this? Let's make it more interesting. Let's just go for it. Should Bernie be the nominee? Should Bernie really get that match? Because let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. Comrades, should AOC be the nominee? 42% of you said yes, and 57% of y'all said okay. I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. When I was working in call centers in Miami, Florida, selling merchant cash advance, trying to make redneck Americans pay 47% interest on $100,000 loans, all the guys in my office who were from New York were working these rednecks from Texas, Arkansas, Oklahoma, hand over fist, stealing their money, hand over fist. Because there's something about, this is something about America most of y'all don't know. A lot of y'all are in my channel and y'all are not from America. Americans, by and large, I know this might be a shock because y'all don't just see what's on TV. Most Americans have not even been to New York. Most Americans have not even been to New York. And New Yorkers are known for talking fast, being quick on their feet, and being real clever with their words. And this might be a general East Coast thing, but New Yorkers in particular. The reason Donald Trump is able to make these stupid, white, redneck, dumb motherfucker vote for him is because he has that slick talking New York shit that only Bernie Sanders has too. Let's keep it a buck. Bernie Sanders is from Brooklyn, and the reason a lot of Americans was riding for him is because not only was his policies good, but the way he delivered that rhetoric to most Americans resonated in their ears. I don't know why. Most Americans, when they hear New Yorkers talk on the phone and actually start spitting that shit, spitting game at them, talking crazy, so most Americans say, please take my money. Seen that meme? Y'all seen that meme of Fry and Futurama saying, please shut up and take my money? That's what Americans do whenever they talk to New Yorkers for some reason. That's the reason why Donald Trump got the gift of gab. It's that New York speech slang. And I think if Bernie Sanders there and spit that Brooklyn talk at that Queens motherfucker, I actually think we could actually get some business done. Bernie might be old too, but fuck it. Hey, since the Democrats are just saying Hail Mary, go for it, why not put Bernie up too? All right. Ozzy said liberals would rather have Trump over Bernie. I kind of agree with that. Because liberals hate fascism until they're looking at communism. Liberals hate fascism until they're looking at communism. You know that meme of the guy walking down the street with his girlfriend? Imagine the liberal is the boyfriend. Liberal is the boyfriend holding hands with like the socialist, and then he sees fascism walk by. That's how liberals think. You know what I'm saying? Nelson Moreno says, you just explained how Jay-Z is so good. Exactly. Whenever Americans hear New Yorkers just talk that shit, spit that game, for some reason Americans just give it up. I don't know why. Most Americans do. It's some reason. These stupid, white, redneck, conservative motherfuckers from Florida, Texas, Louisiana, they meet a New Yorker and they're, bro, I gotta give him all my money. I gotta believe everything he say. It's something about it. Acti said, Bernie is a meme already. That's kind of true. Bernie is a meme because he's talking about the billionaires and the millionaires, and we need to the millionaires and the billionaires. Yes, he is a meme. He's funny. All right, but yeah, I just got to keep it real. Nelson says Stalin would body Trump. I think Stalin would body Trump by literally shooting him. Stalin literally caught bodies. So that's what I think. Yeah, man. We'll make a better wall than China. Okay. Who knows? But Bernie, I think if the Democrats are actually just going to throw this thing down the can and just Hail Mary it, go for gusto. Because there were a lot of Trump supporters who said, I was going to vote for Bernie. But then they saw how the Democratic primary worked out in 2016, and they said, oh, that's so unfair. Honestly, I would not be surprised if there were people that were going to say, that would say, I was going to vote for Biden, but when the Democrats flushed my vote down the toilet as a Democratic person who voted in the primary, I'm going to vote for Trump. I would not be surprised, because it seems like every 4 years, the liberal Democrats have to sit in the face of their own constituents. They have to spit in the face of the people that actually support the party, the backbone of the party. Black people, black women, black men, by and large, were saying, Biden, stay in the race. You got this. We got your back. Trump is a racist. Trump is a fascist. We are not supporting Trump, and we're going to ride for you. The Democrats are not listening to black women. What they are listening to are gay white men in DC who are obsessed with polls. Both type of polls. They're not listening to black women and black men who are actually supporting the Democratic Party. I have yet to hear a single black woman online say, yeah, Biden should drop out. Unless she's like a MAGA Republican. It's so crazy that the Democrats are so obsessed with shooting themselves in the own foot. I hate liberals. I hate liberals so much. So much. Here's Donald Trump's reaction 4 minutes ago. Donald Trump, in a social media post, that Biden was not fit to run for president and is certainly not fit to serve and never was. He alluded to a conspiracy by his doctor and the media to hide his physical mental condition, adding, "We will suffer greatly because of his presidency, but we will remedy the damage he has done very quickly." So that's Donald Trump's reaction. Let's go here. Sean Cooksey, the Republican-appointed chair of the Federal Election Commission, posted on the suggestion that the GOP could push back on the idea that Harris would inherit the campaign war chest. If the candidate, and he quoted something from the law. So basically, a Trump-appointed person to the Federal Elections Commission is saying all the people that are donating to the Democrats, maybe that money that was given Biden cannot automatically go to Harris. So you see, behind closed doors, the Republicans are playing dirty and the Democrats are playing stupid. The Republicans are playing dirty and they're playing the long game, and the Democrats are playing the short game and they're playing it stupid. You get what I'm saying? Thomas Anderson said, damn, why you gotta be homophobic? I'm not homophobic. I love gay people. And Thomas Anderson, if you bring big booty ass over here, I'm gonna flip you over and make you my bitch. For real. I am not homophobic. I love for gay people. Thomas Anderson, I'll prove it to you. What I was trying to say is that the Democratic Party is a big tent party. And in this big tent, there's a bunch of different people. And the backbone, the people that stay in the tent the longest, are black men and black women. Black men and black women have been telling Biden, we got you on this. You're going to win. Just stay the course. But in Washington, the ones in power, unfortunately, don't look like us. There's a lot of white men, straight and gay, but a lot of them are gay. There are a lot of gay white men that work for the Democratic Party because the Democrats have generally been on the side of LGBTQ plus issues. And they're the ones who are working next to the people that are passing information to Biden and his top aides and all that stuff. And they're looking at the polls and they're saying, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, we're going to lose. Oh my God, we're going to lose. So instead of listening to the black people who have been in the tent, stayed in the tent, and are holding Biden down in the tent, they're listening to the on and off gays, because the gays switch back and forth between being white and being gay. When the gays are under attack, then it's, oh, let's all vote Democrat, vote no matter who. But then when the Republicans turn up and show their Nazism and their fascism by saying that all gays need to go to hell, let's try to overturn the passing of gay marriage by the Supreme Court. Let's try to demonize trans, all that sort of stuff. Then the gays are like, oh yeah, let's go back to the Democrats. But when everything's good, there are a lot of gay Republicans. And there's more and more gay Republicans, the more and more gay issues actually become normalized in society. Right. So Thomas Anderson said, okay, send me the address. I'm bringing scented oils. Okay, the address is 555 Torture Street, Hell Avenue. Okay, 555 Torture Street, Hell Avenue. If you can't find me, ask Satan on the boulevard and he'll point you in my direction. Right? Continuing here. Nelson says, Stalin literally started as a gangster from the streets. Stalin movie review when? Hey, if there's a good Stalin movie, I would like to see a hardcore Stalin movie too. Like one made from like Russians in like the 1980s. That'd be gangster. That'd be real gangster. Anyway, continuing here. Continuing here with what's happening. So Jamal Bowman, who recently lost his race. Now that President Biden has suspended his campaign, Vice President Kamala Harris is the most qualified and best choice to lead us forward. So Jamal Bowman is sort of like rallying Democrats to say, vote for Kamala as well. Among the House Democrats expressing support for Kamala Harris to be the party's presidential nominee are Representative Jamal Bowman of New York, who said on social media that she was the most qualified and best choice to lead us forward. And Representative Debbie Wasserman Schultz of Florida wrote that she had total faith in Kamala Harris and the American people who will help us to beat Donald Trump. Okay, it seems like the Democrats are going to try to put up Kamala based on what we're seeing here. It seems like even the donors, hold up, even the donors are saying this. So, hold up. Donors supportive of Vice President Kamala Harris immediately began making the case for her nomination. The protocols, politics, and electoral strategy all dictate that the party should rally behind the vice president to be the standard bearer this fall. Steve Phillips, a San Francisco lawyer and major Democratic donor, said in a text message. Harris will energize and excite voters of color whose dissatisfaction with Biden was what was weighing down his numbers. I think it's very dangerous for the Democrats to run with Kamala. I don't know why. I said it before. I don't know why, but I feel it in my spirit. That that's not going to move the needle. That's not going to move the needle. Comrades, I think we've had Bernie up long enough. Y'all said no. Should be the nominee. Y'all said no. Let's look at some other top Democrats that could be in this thing. We have Elizabeth Warren, Pete Buttigieg. Hold on, wait. Should Pete Buttigieg be in this thing? Beto O'Rourke, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., oh God. Gavin Newsom, let's throw that out there. Governor of California, Gavin Newsom. Comrades. No. It seems like they're lining up. So, Kamala versus Trump. Who wins? It seems like the donors and the Democrats are lining up around Kamala. Kamala or fascism? Kamala or fascism? Who wins? Y'all let me know in the chat. Anyway, let's continue here. So, continuing here, a huge part of why Harris has a major advantage over other Democrats is that she is likely to easily inherit the Biden campaign coffers. It would be much harder for other Democratic candidates to take over their campaign war chest, as we reported here. So, it's looking like Kamala is going to be the one. Avery saying, fight. Y'all let me know. 60% of y'all are saying fascism's gonna win over Kamala. Pete Buttigieg. I kind of want to see Trump go against Pete Buttigieg just because I know Trump is gonna say Pete Booty Blood, Pete Booty Love, Pete Booty Judge, Pete Booty Plug. There's just so many jokes that can be made. And is like a 7th grader in the mind, so the jokes will be like hilarious. All right, it would actually be pretty funny to see. But it looks like the Democrats are lined around Kamala. I'm refreshing the updates as they're coming in. So, on here to the new update. Here's what Trump said. The Trump team made clear to Jonathan Swan and me that they will continue to press the idea that Biden isn't fit to serve, and that's happening extensively among Republicans. Here's another information update. Speaker Mike Johnson called for President Biden to resign from office if he is not capable of running for re-election. If Joe Biden is not fit to run for president, he is not fit to serve as president. Interesting. Very interesting. Mike Johnson. Is Mike Johnson a Democrat or a Republican? Mike Johnson, I have to check that. All right, he's the speaker. Oh, he's a Louisiana politician. Oh, God. I'm sorry Louisiana keeps on sending all the worst people. I'm so sorry. He's a Republican Speaker of the House, and he's saying that Biden should step down as president as well. I think what the Republicans are trying to do, if they are really going to try to make that push that Biden should not be president if he doesn't feel even equipped to run for re-election, is that they're trying to send the message to the American people that the Republicans really run the show, that they can really call shots behind closed doors, because this whole Biden dropping out thing, this is all wing media stuff, like come to fruition. Because Fox News, the past year and a half, has been putting out all these crazy images of, Biden, slipping down the stairs as if Trump didn't walk up the Air Force One with toilet paper on his seat, or try to look up at the sun during an eclipse with his bare eyes. To make Joe seem feeble, like his handlers were moving him around by his shoulders and stuff like that. This is all right-wing media just reaching its zenith. And what the Republicans are going to try to do is that they're going to make the narrative over the next few weeks. Hey, if we bullied Biden into not running for re-election, we can also bully Biden into stepping away from the bully pulpit, from being president himself. And that's going to make Democrats look extremely weak in the election. It's going to make the Republicans look powerful, sending the message to the American people, we really call shots even when we're not in power. So put us back in power for real, and let's make this thing great again. That's what they're going to try to say. Second thing that they're going to try to do, if they're going to continue to push the message that Biden step away from president, is make it seem like the Democrats are in disarray. They have no real power. When the Democrats are in charge, it's all up in the air. Gender is pink hair, blue hair. Boys are girls now. Girls are now running in boys athletes and stuff like that. Like, they're going to make it seem like the Democrats are out of control. That's what the Republicans are trying to do. So the worst thing that they could have done was make Biden step down. The worst thing that they could have done was make Biden step down. Anyway, continuing here, more updates. So, some of the House Democrats who are the most vocal about calling for Biden to step down are coming out in support of Kamala Harris. I'm proud to follow President Biden's lead, endorsing Kamala Harris to be our Democratic presidential nominee, Representative Mike Lev of California said in a statement. Jay Jacobs, the Democratic chairman in New York, is not instantly lining up behind Harris. Asked whom he would like to see as the party's nominee, he told me that he is asking all delegates and party officials to hold their power and not speculate or endorse before we have had an opportunity as a delegation to convene remotely this week. Oh God, the Democrats are so sick. They're absolutely sick. Everything they do is behind closed doors, shady business dealing. It's absolutely disgusting. I hate the Democrats so much. So much. I hate the Democrats just as much as Avery hates the Democrats, though for different reasons. All right. Nelson Morenos, is 3 months to campaign sufficient time? They campaigned for 1 year in Portugal. That's crazy. See, I thought that in European countries, campaigning and elections were much shorter, right? Like, I thought in European countries, they only, announce candidates like, 3 months ahead of time, 2 months ahead of time. Then you have the election, 2 months later and stuff like that. Here in America, technically, they've been campaigning since last year. I think 3 months is enough time for Kamala, because Kamala has the name recognition. Maybe she is not as polarizing as Biden, but she is somewhat polarizing, and she will be once the American people see her go face to face against Trump in debates and stuff like that. I will think Kamala will wash in these debates. Kamala will absolutely destroy Trump in these debates. So I think that will be amazing to see. Finally, somebody that can rebuff all of Trump's lies and his rhetoric and stuff like that. But Kamala really has to show up and grow some nuts. She got to grow some testicles. I know the Democrats are all about gender is fluid and there's more than two genders. Kamala has to become transgender and be a real man if she's really going to take the nominee for these next few months, because she has to call shots. She's got to be the big boss with the big swinging dick. Kamala got to grow a big swinging dick to go up against Trump and all these crazy white redneck fascists in America who are walking us down the road to totalitarianism. For real. All right? I'm keeping it absolutely a buck. She has to become transgender. Kamala must become transgender to win this election. She has to become a man. She has to be a real man, okay? To put on her big boy pants. Avery says, DEI president, how can you hope for someone who caged up so many of our people? Oh God, I'm done with this. I'm done. Every time these MAGA black people say these crazy talking points, I'm about to burst a vein. Y'all are going to make Acti become a widow because I'm going to have a stroke. Y'all are going to kill Acti's husband. I swear to God. Every time these MAGA people say these crazy things, I'm going to have a stroke. I will have a heart attack dealing with this MAGA stuff. All right. All right. Thomas Anderson said Kamala is going to scream convicted felon 200 times into the microphone. Hey, that's effective. That's effective. I think that's effective. Because not all the white people in America, I would hope to think, are not in the MAGA cult. I don't think the majority of white Americans are in the MAGA cult, where they believe Trump is being criminally prosecuted by the same people who perpetuated Pizzagate, stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? All right. Acti says, guys, don't trigger my man. Don't worry, Acti. I'm not going to die soon. I'm not going to die. I'm going to hold it down. All right. Angel Reyes said Trump 2024, MAGA all day. Maybe. I think the Democrats have really signed those up for failure. Okay. Jerry Online says he should have dropped from the race sooner, shaking my head. I kind of agree with that. I kind of agree. Honestly, if he was going to not run for re-election, it's hard for me to say the Democrats should have had an open primary because all the Republicans sort of coalesced around Trump. Yeah, Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis tried to make their bids, and that was cute. But basically, people said Trump isn't running, and we're voting for him. The crazy white MAGA conservative members noticed Nikki Haley. They noticed Ron DeSantis, but they fell on their knees for the big Trump cock, and they wanted to suck it. Trump didn't run in the primary. Didn't even show up to any of the debates. And the MAGA Republicans said, we want Trump. We want Trump. You get what I'm saying? So I think if the Democrats had an open primary where all the people were tearing each other down, having debates, I think that would have made it worse, right? It would have made it worse. It would have made it worse. I think if Biden stepped down from the presidency, handed Kamala the presidency, she had the incumbency key, and then all continued to govern well, like Biden, then the Democrats would have had this sewed up, and nobody would be in panic mode. But an open primary for the Democrats while the Republicans sort of just said, we want the felon, we want the felon, it would have been crazy. You know what I'm saying? Thomas Anderson said Trump should make curry jokes. We know Trump is going to get hella racist with Kamala. You know Trump is going to say, Kamala Harris wants to open the borders. She wants to all the immigrants to come and kill our innocent daughters, our blonde, blue-eyed daughters. Kamala Harris is part of the radical communist left. Kamala Harris probably listens to Simon Hill, keeps it trill. You get what I'm saying? Like, Trump is going to be hella racist towards Kamala Harris. And you know, they say it's one of those Indians, not one of those Indians. You get what I'm saying? Like, Trump is going to be like that. Trump is going to be hella racist towards Kamala, especially as November comes closer and closer. And the MAGA people are just going to be calling her all sorts of N-words, all sorts of black bees, all sorts, mammies, stuff like that. It's about to get really nasty. And I hope Avery Adams and all you MAGA Republicans, all the Averys out there in the world, I want y'all to look in the mirror. Every time y'all turn online and y'all see the people that are saying Trump 2020, fuck that black bitch Kamala. I hope you feel good about yourself. Look in the mirror when you're seeing all those MAGA Republicans who are waving that flag like you as they denigrate this black woman's name, as they denigrate her race and her background and all that sort of stuff. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, Ozzy says it's a wrap. Democrats need to prepare for 2028. They need to prepare for 21-28 because Trump gets back in office. I wholeheartedly believe Trump will try to run for a third term, which he will believe is his second term, because Trump doesn't believe he lost the first election. I wholeheartedly believe this. And with Project 2025 and him having J.D. Vance, remember, what did J.D. Vance say? No, y'all stupid people don't actually listen to the information I give y'all. J.D. Vance said if he was Mike Pence, he would not have certified the election. Let's repeat. Trump asked Mike Pence, do not certify the elector votes that came in that said Joe Biden beat me. Mike Pence, I need you to go along with this coup and not certify the votes in the Senate. Mike Pence said, I'm not going to do that, Trump. I'm not going to do it. And that Mike Pence is actually the real hero in America because he is the one man that stood in the way of Trump basically stealing an election right in front of our eyes. J.D. Vance said, if I was Mike Pence, I would have done what my boss told me. I have a duty to honor the president and not the Constitution. You get what I'm saying? I don't think y'all are actually listening. I don't think y'all are actually listening here. If Trump gets in office, he's going to try to steal another one because he feels like the first one was stolen from him, and he's got a partner in crime that will steal it with him. Y'all are not actually seeing what I'm seeing. Y'all are not actually reading. Y'all are not actually paying attention to the shit I'm telling y'all. A lot of y'all come into the chat and troll, but none of y'all actually listen. None of y'all actually read. None of y'all actually tried to learn anything. Just stuck on stupid, voting for a small-handed, racist son of a bitch named Donald Trump and popping shit in the comments. You get what I'm saying? But hey, Whatever. Let's put this up to the people. I want to know what y'all think. I want to know what y'all think because y'all hella quiet right now. Should a VP certify an election even if the president tells them don't? What y'all think? What y'all think? I want to know what y'all think. No, Avery Adams says, so Trump's budding up. Hey, your guy Trump told Pence, steal the election for me, bro. I want to ask you that, Avery. What you think? Trump says, Mike Pence, follow the Constitution. Do what I tell you to do. Fuck the Constitution. Do what I tell you to do. Do not certify the election. Does that sound like the type of man you want in the office? But you still stuck on Trump. Trump been racist, calling black people niggas on the set of The Apprentice. What are y'all talking about? Got sued by the federal government because his daddy didn't want black people living in the apartments that he owned. What are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? I'm answering the question, Avery. Come on now. What are we actually talking about here? What are we talking about? Trump, who said that the Central Park Five should have got the death penalty. And even after they were proven innocent, Trump said that the Central Park Five still deserve the death penalty. So why? Why so? The same Trump who put Supreme Court justices on the bench that overturned the Voting Rights Act. You know, that same black-white images that all the Republicans like to say Martin Luther King fought and died for the election, for us to have rights to vote in elections, all that sort of stuff. That's been overturned because of the Supreme Court justices that Trump put in. So all the shit Martin Luther King for, Medgar Evers died for, Rosa Parks got her life thrown away for, all that stuff was taken away by Trump. Affirmative action by Trump. Little black girls getting pregnant by their fathers and cousins by Trump, forcing them to have babies. Avery, you're not answering the question. Avery, you're not answering the question. Should a vice president certify an election? Should a vice president certify an election even if the president tells no? Y'all won't answer that question because y'all are stuck on stupid. Is Biden a racist? Hell yes. Being the president of the United States makes you the CEO of racism and the president of white supremacy worldwide. It's an honorary title that they give them in the Masonic Lodge. I'm being hyperbolic here. Oh God, Avery said if there is proof of tampering, I'm about to burn. Acti, save my life. Acti, save me from my phone. Acti, save me from my phone because I cannot deal with these people stuck on stupid right now. I cannot deal with these people that actually do not appreciate democracy. I gotta deal with this shit. Y'all are really dumb. Y'all are really dumb. I'm about to burst a vein. Calm down. No, I can't. Acti, they're dumb.
Don't push it.
Acti, they're dumb. They're dumb.
It's okay. We can always be Republican. You have a good life.
Get out of here. I can't do it. I can't do this. I can't do this with y'all. All right. Thomas Anderson says, Joe Biden is backed by the elites and CIA. See, this is the thing. Y'all are just dumb. I got a dumbass comment section. Anyway, man. Let's close the polls. Let's see what the facts say in my comment section. So, gladly, 60% of y'all said yes, the VP should certify an election. But unfortunately, an amount that should make us disconcerted. An amount that should make us disconcerted is that 40% of y'all said no. The VP holds more loyalty to the president and to the Constitution. This is why America is done. And that's why I'm going to stay my black ass in Europe and have fascist America. Okay? All right. Thomas Anderson, I got to do this to you, man. I got to do this. I got to move you as mod. Because I already got one MAGA guy coming down. I need another stupid MAGA person. So you got your mod privilege. Listen, guys, I want to be absolutely clear on this channel. If you're going to be conservative, at least be smart at it. understanding the whole context here. And I'm going to make it explicitly clear. America is a wicked, evil, vile, white supremacist, racist nation that has killed more innocent people than any other empire in history. Period. Period. Whether it is a Democratic president or a Republican president, they are the seal of white supremacy and hegemony and torture across the world to all oppressed people. To all oppressed people. Is that clear? Now, as leftists, as we should be on this channel, comrades, we should be advocating for a revolutionary America, an America that works for everybody, an America with universal health care, universal basic income, universal higher education for everybody, an end to the foreign wars, an end to the blank check that the military-industrial complex is given, the abolition of the drug wars, abolition on the Second Amendment. That's the type of America that we want to create. Leftist, revolutionary, socialist America. Not this crazy fascist, xenophobic, jingoistic, nationalistic, racist, sexist America that you guys seem to want. You get what I'm saying? All right. All right. Avery says, Simon, people should be able to speak their truth. You're not right, and we are not right. We don't know the truth because information is not given to us 100% of the time. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Avery. I can't with y'all. I can't with y'all. In the case of whether Trump, I walk, this is the thing, it's so pissing me off so much. We've walked through on this channel, fact-checking what the Republicans say, what Trump says, what the policies are for the Republicans. I've done this on my channel. And if you morally believe that it is right that a 12-year-old girl who was raped by her father should have a baby with no exception, you're sick. And most people would find that reprehensible. But to Republicans, that's okay. If you think it's okay for America to destroy Latin American countries by killing their presidents, overturning their election, destroying leftist movements in their countries, and on top of that, Americans consuming more cocaine than any other people on the planet, chewing up their nose, smoking marijuana, doing crystal meth, all sorts of stuff. We fuel the drug economy in Latin America. And we say to the people who are affected by the drug pushers and traffickers, hell no, you can't come into our country, but we'll continue to drugs. What are y'all saying right now? What are y'all saying right now? What are y'all saying? I can't with this. Harry says, checking from an article that you didn't do the research on is crazy, and you don't have boots on the group. Remember, you're not here to do the legwork. Boots on the ground, I think, is what you mean. So, reading a site that says some of what the Republicans said was right, and some of it, what they said was wrong, that somehow makes me uninformed, unintelligent, and biased. When the Republicans say something right, I agree, I say that's the truth. When we are reading something, we should not just be so instantly caught up in what the people who are spreading disinformation, the right-wing MAGA Republicans, say, believe the media, just believe what we say. This is the thing about young Black Americans like Avery, and a lot of young MAGA Republicans as well. A lot of young people don't remember where this narrative came from about don't trust media. It all started around the Iraq war time when the media on both sides, right and left, MSNBC and Fox News were saying, go to Iraq, they got weapons of mass destruction. Then we find out they lied. And since then, people have distrusted the media. Now the people that were mainly pushing the Iraq war primarily were the right-wing war hawks, neocons in government at the time, the Dick Cheneys and George W. Bushes and all that sort of stuff. But since then, the right wing are very good at media manipulation, and they've taken the false news that should rightfully be pointed at them for making us go to an unjust war in Iraq and Afghanistan. They twisted that to say, yeah, the left-wing media is always lying to you, but we are always telling the truth, fair and balanced. You know what I'm saying? JS Venture says, where do you get your news, Avery? Exactly, FAW News. We know where he gets it. FAW News. FAW News. FAW News. FAW News. Once again, Once again, guys, I'm gonna make this absolutely clear. This channel is not a harbor for right-wing reactionaries who are hyped up off misinformation. We are here to speak truth and facts. Truth and facts. Truth and facts. And once again, guys, America is an evil, wicked, sick nation. And what the Democrats did today by bowing down to their donors, bowing down to the people that give them billions of dollars, disregarding the millions of people that voted in the Democratic primary that said, we want Biden, and all the professional class political folk who are black that are saying, Biden, you know, we got you, you're going to win this, disregarding the scientists like Alan Lichtman who are saying that Biden basically got this locked in if he disregards what the Democrats are saying. It's so much more proof that America is wicked. America has sold its soul to the devil, to the capitalist, corporatist class America that holds both of our political parties by the nuts, but the Democrats even more by the nuts. Because the big donors tried to get the Republicans to drop Trump, but they just rode on with him. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it absolutely real and true. The Democrats said, we worship money. Give us money and we will select the nominee for you, and millionaires. All right. So, all right. I can't with y'all, but I'm making my stance clear. I hope that Kamala does a good job. I hope she becomes a man. I hope her transition surgery goes. I hope all of y'all enjoyed this live stream. It's taxing for me. I did not plan on going live, but I'm glad I got to chop it up for an hour and see what the people had to say all here. As Ventrius said, Avery, if you can't know the truth, how do you believe anything that happens? If Trump says it, it must be true, right? Trump said it, it must be true. Trump said it, it's true, right? All right, but yeah, but the professors and the book writers, the academics, the people that have been around for a while, they don't know what I'm talking about. The hardworking journalists and writers, you know, who want to try to deliver truth, you know, those people don't know what they're talking about. You get what I'm saying? All right. So, yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. Y'all be easy out there. Best luck to the Democrats. I'm gonna go smack up my big booty wife and have a good night. So y'all be easy out there. Peace.